Hi. I knew the mic was on. I knew that I was recording. I just orange shirt, orange shirt. I got it. I got it. Orange shirt, orange shirt. So I spent the last like 15 minutes. By the way, it's 3:38 in the morning, so 15 minutes ago would have been already too late to go to sleep, but like still should have done it. We got Pandemic to play in the morning. Dude, it feels actually really weird using her regular gun. As strange as that sounds. But yeah, I got this new green screen. We changed it very slightly. Changed the location of it very slightly, and for some reason it was making everything like completely invisible. My camera's up a little bit and to the right. Worked on it for a bit, finally got it somewhere where I feel mostly comfortable about its location and its look and et cetera, et cetera. It just, in a setup like this for streaming, if you want quality, like the slightest changes wreak great havoc. It's really obnoxious. Like, it's really fucking obnoxious that every time I touch one thing, three things are wrong. And it's any time I do anything with this fucking goddamn motherfucking stream setup. I think actually I have the brightness a little bit too high on it now, but not changing it anymore today. Tonight. To morning. Oh my god. At least I can get a little bit of money off of these now. Those rooms used to be the freaking worst. We're gonna get our active item filled up. And then we're gonna go in there. I have been playing a good deal less of Gungeon. Not like, a normal human amount of Gungeon. I'm still playing an obsessive amount of Gungeon, but a little less by my standards. Just in general, mostly because I've been playing so much Ring Fit Adventure, which, Game of the Year. No, Mario Maker 2, Game of the Year. Ring Fit Adventure, probably like next year might be my Game of the Year. I know that sounds dumb, but like I'm getting so much time out of it, and I feel like, of course. I feel so genuinely good at playing a game like that, and I know that like it's not a game. It's not, as a gamer, I should be ashamed to even put that in the standing for something so prestigious as Rufus McCain's Game of the Year. That's just embarrassing. But since my opinion on this kind of stuff doesn't matter literally at all to anybody at all ever, I'm gonna say it. It's my Game of the Year. It feels worthy. Like, you can't kill your own hench person like that. That feels a little too rude and too cruel. Ooh. Got a little scared at the end there. But yeah, we're gonna have people over tomorrow before I go to work to play Pandemic, because we left off on a sour note in Pandemic, and that's not how you want to leave off. We left off on like a tense loss, and like we all care too much about it for a loss to be the last thing we've done before we have a week or 2 weeks break. It's at least a week, but like, we're all adults. Moses and Aaron have a kid. There's schedules are fucking weird. There's no way to do free time, right? There's no way to have a shared time off with other adults. It just doesn't happen. So we're trying to make it be the best time spent that it can be. definitely get the key, but let's just wait and see, because we may be able to buy something from someone else, and that thing might give us an infinitude of keys, infinitude, and it is not the case. But being thorough ain't never hurt Nuan. Ain't never hurt Nuan. Dude, where the fuck are the secret rooms these days? Maybe in this room? So maybe in this room? No. Maybe outside this room. I hate it. I'm so tired of not finding secret rooms. But here we are. So here's what we're going to do. I wonder, if I lose the chest teleporter, do I just lose that chest? It probably makes no difference. Honestly. Because I was just going to destroy it and get a piece of junk. So it makes 3 cents of difference, or 1 armor of difference. Yeah. I think I've done that before, and you can't get the benefit of the chest teleporter without holding onto the item, as far as I can suss together. Man, I wonder if there's any community for Gungeon anymore. Like, are people updating the wiki, or is that done since the last little bit of time since the last update has passed, you know? Oh. I almost walked into a bunch of bullets, being surprised by the similarity of that and the chest that I teleported. The other thing about this current setup is the camera is going to be a little offset. It's going to be like looking down on me, looking down on the game, instead of being like kind of more straight on. I like this a little better. It's also why I kind of had the game, when I first made this setup, I had my little camera above the line of the gameplay, because I kind of tend to look down. It's the lower screen that I'm using as my main screen. But it's not really a big deal. Bontino. We got ourselves a little confirmy wormy over there. Get him mad poisoned as much as possible. Push him into poison too. Well, he was already in it. We don't have him to worry about no more. There was something else I wanted to talk about. Oh yeah, so I've been watching a lot of Joe Scott's videos. I think he's a really good, like, educational YouTube channel. The reason I put educational in quotes is because I think that, like, he's not worried about, like, mostly he kind of talks about interesting things in science and technology and even history and futurism and things like that, but he's not really like doing hard education. He does seem to partner with a lot of, like, education he has like education sponsors like Brilliant and Curiosity Stream like that, but it's more like I'm not going to say edutainment because that's stupid. But it's, and I also think that means something different. He doesn't do edutainment. He just is like, his tagline is like laugh smarter. And it's kind of like, it's pretty, pretty comic, pretty funny little videos, not super long, 10 minutes or so, little videos where he goes into some interesting topic. I think the channel is called Answers with Joe. And I just watched a video of when his Model 3 arrived, which I think was at some point last year, some point in 2018. And the Tesla fandom, it's a weird word to say, but the Tesla fandom is pretty ravenous. And it's honestly kind of frustrating. There are a lot of YouTube channels. I mean, there's one that I had watched for a little while. I'm not really crazy on it anymore, but it's called like Teslanomics or something. There's like all these channels where they basically state outright that, Tesla is their central organizing principle. And that's fine. It is weird how many more like Tesla themed YouTube channels there are than I see for, I mean, maybe it's because it's, the algorithm and all of that, but I don't see a lot of like specific like Ford or Chevrolet or anything. And, part of it is probably because those companies aren't really bringing anything new to the table, and they don't kind of leave the advertising in the hands of their fans to the same degree. Tesla doesn't make commercials. They don't have an advertising budget besides, I think, reveals. And they also I don't think they stop other people from doing videos about Tesla. I mean, maybe they do if it's going to be like infringe on some other person's intellectual property. But I think for the most part, they don't really stop people from making videos, positive or negative, about Tesla vehicles, because it's doing the work for them. I mean, everyone was there when the Cybertruck was announced, and like, it was talked about like fucking crazy for 2 days, 3 days, maybe weeks. It's probably talked about more on the channels I watch, because I watch things like MKBHD, and I have watched Teslanomics and Fully Charged and all these electric vehicle and tech related things. So it makes a lot of sense that showed up on my feed, but I think the number of people that watch videos related to Tesla is pretty staggering. Without them directly spending like a cent on advertising, just like live streaming the reveal. And I guess they did some stunts and they made little videos and things like that. They spent some money, but it's not like the billions, or at least millions and millions of dollars that companies spend saying like, hey, if you're a real man and not a little pussy baby, you'll buy a Ford Lake Tahoe. And if you want people to know for real, oh my God, we haven't gotten a single key on this floor. I just realized the thing is locked. And we haven't gotten a single key on this floor. We know where the secret room is, but that absolutely doesn't guarantee a key. But yeah, it's like, if you want a car that's as tough as your scrotum sack, then boy, if you're an American and a big strong guy and not a little cutesy patootie little baby, you'll drive this car. It's built as tough as Ford is, which seems like a recursive statement, seems like circular reasoning, but it's not one of those. They'll show their specs. Elon Musk is pretty famously tweet heavy, and he is highly opinionated about what happens with his company. But beyond that, there's not really a budget. They let the internet do the work for them, and it's kind of genius. But at the same time, it's kind of like overwhelming to just get slam, whammed, cram-a-lam, damn, shammed. No fucking keys. Okay. No fucking keys, okay. I'm like getting real tired of this. I'm getting real tired of like run after run of no keys, no keys, no keys. Why the fuck is that there? I don't care. I mean, we're not going to the Abbey. Cool, we got the noisy cricket. It's alright. But, you know, we wouldn't have gotten even that had we not opened the fucking thing. Anyway. Still having fun. Still positive. Oh, you know what I had to do to get the green screen to work? I had to change the color. So the green that they use for this Elgato green screen is different than green. It's not true green. It's not close to true green. It's a bit yellower. It's got like, I mean, my lights are a little yellow, but it's like still notably yellower than the basically the green bed sheets that I had, and so everything was just kind of showing through. What's up, baby? What?
Baby.
What's up, baby?
What's up, baby?
What's up, baby? What's up, baby?
What up, baby?
Did you just come in here to burp at me?
No, I came in here to tell you I'm gonna go watch TV in bed. Sick fuck.
A sick fuck? You're the one who sounds very sick indeed.
Oh, what if I just started throwing up like Reese Witherspoon?
Well, you could throw up like Reese Witherspoon anytime.
Reese gagged me with a spoon and made me throw up.
Yes, you could do that. And I would have no problem with it because I love you.
The thought of a kiss is being cast upon you. You didn't have to.
Good night, baby.
I cast the thought.
Yeah, but you're not. Your spells.
Witch kiss.
Your spells are of low quality.
Do you want to see something crazy? Yes.
Don't you dare turn on any lights ever. Live in the darkness.
Alexa, good night.
Good. You're doing great. Wow, I actually would have made it. That's crazy. We're gonna buy it. Chaos Amulet, not really worth it. Do. I thought I could have should have gotten hit there a number of times. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Oh, missed a bunch. I'll buy this other key, probably. Cog of Battle is great, but it's not worth buying. It's worth getting for free. So I think now we have 2 curse. Let's go ahead and assume we have 2 curse. I'm pretty sure that we have 2 curse even without a blanket assumption like that. Do you see that guy? He kind of slid around Latte Bleu. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I just sat in the whirlwind curse suck of that one. Oh, ho, 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 the keys, ho, 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 the keys, ho, 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 the keys, ho, 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 the keys, ho, 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 the keys, ho, 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 go, he, ho, 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 the key, ho, ho, ho's, the key, ho, 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 he, go, ho, ho, the key, ho, 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 he, ho, ho, he, ho's, he, ho, ho, he. I'm really excited about the future of Tesla. I'm really excited about them being such a weirdo, like, freak job of a company, you know? I know that sounds a little rude, but, like... Yeah. So I wish stuff like Tesla could happen without it being a purely capitalistic game. Like, Jackie and I watched this thing about recycling. And the condition of recycling for this planet is in shambles. And it's in shambles because it's not very profitable to recycle. And that's fucking horseshit, if you ask me. Like, people won't do it because they can't make a fat stack of bucks off of it. And while I understand it'd be really freaking hard to motivate someone to do something without a fat stack of bucks, that sucks. Like, there's no government body that's saying, like, hey, we'll put our money into this just because. Everyone's going, well, we would put our money into this if we would get some money back. And it's really, really fucking disappointing to me. Like, for it to all be reliant on return. And, you know, that's why the United States is, like, oh, God, is so adverse to a lot of the stuff that's planet-focused. A lot of the projects that the rest of the civilized nations are a part of, the United States is kind of going like, call us back when we can make a buck off of it. Why don't you? And it's like really, it's really disappointing. It's really like frustrating. And it's, you know, it's also a big part of the reason why goddamn health insurance is still, I'm not going to talk about health insurance today, but if I were, you'd understand why. It's the same problem. You can't make a buck off of keeping your, well, you can. You can't make a quick buck off of keeping your people healthy, the people that you tax. That's the thing that people tend to forget about a lot of this stuff. Like, the more people, it's not a zero-sum game. It's not, there's actually a greater benefit to keep more people happy and well-educated, even financially, even purely financially. I can't remember who or what I read or watched about it, but it's like, long term, it's like actually extremely great financially to, you know, keep people healthy and happy and well educated, even at initial expense. It was a Kirk Cezat video. It's always a Kirk Cezat video. Even at significant initial cost, it's worth it because you get more people out there with better standards of living, higher expectations, more money to spend, more money to invest into other projects, more future things. It's the reason that the United States has grown as much. Like, but it needs to be embraced even more fully for it to be, I don't know what the term is, to be like at the level it should be. That's why so many of the European nations right now that have like free healthcare, free education, have so many people in scientific fields, and they're just developing so rapidly. It's because that initial investment is very likely, oh God, to see dividends. You just can't expect them before the quarter's up. You can expect them in 10 years or so, but you can't, you know, you got to think a little bit longer term. And that's the ridiculous thing. Like, you look at all of the industries that are like extremely profitable from the green movement, whatever you want to call it. Like, look at all of the how like batteries are getting cheaper and cheaper, and they're selling more and more of them, and it's just like this crazy turnaround on this stuff because it's beneficial to get new forward thinking practices started. I don't know. Yikes. Yikes. These guys are scaring the shit out of me. It'd be really nice if I just got like a couple of good weapons. Like, I feel like I don't have any room clearers or boss killers right now. I just have filler weapons for the time being. I have a lot of weapons that, with the right synergy, they could be pretty outstanding, but they're not there yet, and I still have enemies to fight. Now, I did lose an entire floor and got the grass chopper for it, but, you know. Keys were being real shitty for a couple floors there. Oh boy, can I please kill these very basic enemies? What do you got? Doesn't say anything about getting hit. I can get hit a million times. Still get my money back. Let's just keep using these two shitty boys. Shitty bang bangs. Oh my, pretty chitty bang bang, chitty bang bang. I love you. My pretty chitty bang bang, chitty pretty jang jang. Bang those two. Oh, I got hit and I got a bunch of ammo back. That's why things feel fuller than Bueller. Where the fuck is the last enemy? Nope. Chitty. And I always feel nervous about dodge rolling for like 3 rooms after I have a no dodge roll challenge. Until it's like, I didn't say you could dodge roll yet. Idiot. Asshole. Bang, bang, chitty, chitty, bang, bang. This would be a great floor for vampires. Or vampire. We still need a gun force. Bang, bang, chitty, chitty, bang, bang, chitty, bang, bang. Oh my god, did I completely fucking miss that first shot? And that one. Oh no. Damn it. This is terribly embarrassing because I've said a number of times how easy this boss in particular is. And I just dodge rolled backwards. Just dodge rolled right backwards. This is a good gun. This is a good gun. Dang it. Dang it! Yeah. It's not much affected by the decrease in shot speed. Knockback is a huge positive. Extra damage, also very positive. But it's not obnoxious like shotguns are with the lead bullets. Look at that fucking knockback. That's ridiculous. Yeah, that was a pretty shitty Dreadnought fight. If I do say so myself. Dude, I've been loving If on a Winter's Night a Traveler. It's the Italo Calvino book that I've been reading. It's one that I read back in high school in the year 2002, which is 18 years ago, I'm realizing, as I think about this. So I felt like it was definitely due for a reread. I remember a surprising amount of it, but there's depth that I think I may have either overlooked or just not retained. That's fucking infuriating. It's like my least favorite item too. Whoops. That's a good one. This one's alright. It has like very little knockback too, so it'll be good to use with the whatever. With the lead bullets. Heavy bullets. I don't know, man. This feels like a very bland run. Seems like the best way I could think of describing it. Like it just feels bland all the way. No lead god. From my own mistakes, but like if I had like any kind of defense item, if I hadn't had to throw away 3 of my first 4 chests, we might be looking at things a little differently right now. Maybe. Maybe not. That damage seems really good. Whoops. Got some ammo back from that. Made these next, well, one of the next 2 shots pretty powerful. Oh, bland run. Bland, 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 bland. Bland, 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 bland. Bland, bland, bland. Yeah, if you haven't read anything by Calvino, If on a Winter's Night of Travel might be a hard place to start because it's like intentionally weird, and I mean, I'm not saying it's like not avant-garde for the sake of being avant-garde. It's weird and hard to follow because that's one of the core tenets of the book. It's considered like the quintessential postmodern book, a book about books, a book about what writing is and what it can be. Like the main character is just you. It's the second person reader of the book. And I know that sounds like it's up its own ass, and it super duper is. Like, it's very much up its own ass, but like in the best imaginable way. I don't know. What was my other room clear? This one. So we got the ability to unlock all the rest of the chests on this run, which is pretty good. Now I just need to play to a worthy degree. I would like to go back and buy the ballot when we get our key from the shop. It is kind of crazy that we had enough keys to do that after this being a key-starved run for so long, but it is pretty late in the run. There's like 3 chests left, 4 chests left, like 4 guaranteed at least, maybe more. But you know, we would have had enough keys if no extra chests dropped. But now we don't have to worry about it. Cool. That's smart. I didn't know those dropped when you had full health. That was very strange. That would have been really cool if I could have gotten my armor back. Shit. Oh boy. That's not how you do this fight. Synergy is kind of weak right now. There we go. Oh, thank God. Okay, I was about to say the fucking nail gun. What's it synergize with so I don't accidentally sell it? Nailed it. But we wouldn't sell that at all. Before I do anything else, let's go get the ballot. We might get Baby Good Mimic. It doesn't hurt in its current form. Okay, found our first thing to sell. And our second. But this nail gun form is actually great. So I like pretty much always get the AK-47. I almost never actually use it, but it's a gun I very much like in principle. You know, it might actually be really, really good against the Lich. Especially with the lead bullets. Alright, let's sell some more stuff. Get out of here, you shit. Alright. Maybe. Very unlikely, but maybe. Yeah. I shouldn't. I should sell this. Pistol machine has a chance of getting hooked up with, or the machine pistol has a chance of becoming the pistol machine, and I think that's all we're going to do. I wonder if little baby Mimic Good Boy gets any of that other stuff. Any of the benefits of my bullets. Does he get slow down? Good shots. If he ever shoots. No, those seem regular speed. He does block bullets, though. Just completely willy-nilly style. Completely Willie Nelson style. There's no, like, placing him where you need bullets to be blocked like there is with the owl or the chicken or anything like that. Boom, 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 boom. God, I was not looking at anything while those bullets were still flying. I need to get more attentive about that kind of stuff. Whoa, that sucked. That sucked and was incredibly stupid. Boodly doom, boodly doom, boom, boom, boom. We gotta get right up in his face to start. And then I should have done it on the other side. No, that's probably a good side. Because, yeah, it's still hitting him. And it's a good spot for the final phase. We can easily fill up any of our things just by taking a few choice hits to the face. Or jumps in the pit. Oh, it's 4:20 a.m. If I trusted him to stay perfectly still, I could just stand behind this guy and never get hit. He's got like a drop of health left. Oop. You know what's crazy? Like, I was just thinking about, because I said a drop out, it made me think of the line, like, all this for a drop of blood. Thanos, the Mad Titan, everybody knows him. Everybody loves him. But, so in comic books, there's this thing called, like, invulnerability. There's the ability to not suffer from damage. And I don't fucking get it. I know it sounds stupid. Hey, we got regular speed bullets. Or closer to regular speed bullets. But I honestly don't get it. Does it mean you have tough skin? Like, how is someone less vulnerable? Like, I get being strong is like an offensive and a defensive thing in these comic books, because it can't just be really tough people that like fall down after a punch. But like Iron Man kicked Thanos in the face with a rocket boot and he got a drop of blood. And he's just a dude. Right? He's a very, very well-trained, strong dude. He, like, has a sword. He's strong enough to break vibranium, which is supposed to be, like, a magic metal that its strength... Like, it's ability to withstand damage is regardless of strength. Like, this run might be fun. We got some like damage stuff now. But like, invulnerability is just something it's a characteristic I never really understood. Being less susceptible to damage. I don't know. It's not like they're a tougher metal, but they are. That's like exactly what it's like. Damn it. Fuck. I don't know. I guess I just don't understand it. Like, is Superman's skin made out of thicker skin? And, like, not just regular thickness, but, like, energy can't hurt it as much, and the physics of, like, contact don't matter. Like, even if his skin was super tough, wouldn't his internals get all jostled around? But are those also tough? Like Luke Cage, the man with unbreakable skin, he's shown very frequently like lifting up giant cars and stuff, lifting up like a semi, and it's just kind of understanding like his skin's unbreakable. Of course he can lift something that's super heavy because it can't break through his skin even if he pushes up against it. Like, where does that cut off? And also, if he gets hit by something going super fast, it would still vibrate all of his insides. Are all of his insides unbreakable? Does that just have to be kind of a given for someone to have super strength? I don't know. I don't really know how to make sense of it. And I know, like, it's not one of those things you think about, but, like, why the fuck not? It's supposed to be, like, better left, like, uninvestigated. You suspend your disbelief for that part of the story. Because once you start adding realism to the myths, where do you stop? You know? Then every superhero story is just like, regular man does his taxes or whatever. A regular man gets beat up by a guy with a bigger, longer baseball bat. I don't know. I don't know. Does it make somebody a fucking killjoy to think about this shit? Yeah, kinda. I think I actually don't have anything besides the cricket that would even benefit from Omega bullets. So, no love lost there. And I think we got broccoli. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Ow. Ow. Ooh. Ah. I'm gonna be very tired tomorrow. That's my own goddamn fault. Oh, this is gonna have too much knockback, I think. Yeah. I tend to not change weapons in the middle of a room, and it's probably actually kind of stupid. Probably led to some health loss. It's definitely led to some health loss in the past, but I wonder just how much. I've definitely lost an old crest do exactly that before. Well, thanks, buddy. That was some good work there. Pit. Man, my 3 curse or whatever is doing nothing for the number of jammed enemies I'm encountering. But this damage, these multiple stacked and nested damage boosts are incredible. It doesn't even matter that I've lost some overall damage to, that sucks, to, Scattershot. Like, it genuinely doesn't matter. And of course, big jam guy, because I opened my stupid mouth about my curse doing nothing. Ooh, that looked like it totally went the right way. Wow, there wasn't a secret hidden guy somewhere. Pretty rare. I like when he's just sitting there as a chest, helping nothing, being a waste of a key. Little chest, good boy, baby, man, good boy. Ooh, fuck, get him out of here. Damn it. That was a rough one. Ooh, you got exploded all over. I'm very happy we went the right way in that that middle fork, because I was completely unsure. Completely unsure gunsure. No keys on this, or no hearts on this floor, right? Lots of keys. That's another bit of damage. Felt that one as soon as I left the ground. You gotta feel it before you leave the ground though, or else it's too late. And we went the right way again. Cool, cool, cool. This, and I think we're gonna AK it up. All right. I actually forgot all about Scattershot and how much more damage is gonna be done because of that. Holy fuck. Oh boy, that was close. All right. Really didn't want to use that there. That sucked. I still don't have, like, shit. I still don't have anything here. Hopefully, little baby good mimic stays in a safe spot and I can cower behind him like a coward would. No, he's in a terrible spot. And I can't see anything. Ah, wasn't too bad right there, actually. Or right there. Oh, it was right there. Let's just burn it. Let's just burn it all down. There's a nothing run. Treadnought started the shit train, and I kept on riding. Oh yeah, this is exactly what I want to see. Swoop, swoop, doop, soup, 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 swoop, doo 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 doop doop doo doop. Well, we're at 2:31, but guess what? It was kind of a shitty road there from 2:30 from a dentist o'clock. I think this background looks pretty fucking good now. Sometimes I think the shadow might, no? Shadow's doing all right. Huh. I'll have to check the video, the full-sized video, but up in my tiny little screen up there, it looks good. And the color balance actually looks pretty good. Looks good. Feels good.